Ballet Folklórico Viva Mexico, glad to have them here in the studio with us, but we're also here to talk about something very dear and near to our hearts here at KIII. We're talking about the Day of Giving. It is coming up November the 4th, but guess what? Tomorrow, if you'd like to start giving early, the website will be up and running tomorrow. Today, we highlight a project that's very near and dear to a lot of folks here in South Texas. I'm talking about the Purple Door, and here is the director with us. She is the main lady over at the Purple Door. 40, how many years?
47 years we've been open.
47 years.
Yes, serving the community.
Frances Wilson here with us today to talk about the Purple Door and all it does for our community, not only in Corpus Christi, but how many other counties?
We serve 12 counties, and we have offices in Alice, Beeville, Kingsville, and Sinton, as well as Corpus Christi.
Excellent. Frances, tell us what the Purple Door, what their main objective is. What's your main objective of this organization?
Our main objective is to end domestic and sexual violence in our communities, but until we do that, we offer shelter and services to men, women, and children who are victims of domestic and sexual violence, and all of our services are free, which is one reason the Day of Giving is such an important event for us.
Absolutely, because every dollar that you donate, that a person out there donates on that day, is matched. And
that's right.
It's just so important. But let's talk about the numbers of people that you serve, say, on a given year. And as you said, men, women, and children. So are those numbers growing?
Yes, they are. Last year we served 2,100 people. I checked today, we have 80 people in our shelter, and 34 of those are kids. So we do serve a lot of children. I know a lot of people automatically go to the women that we serve, but we do serve men, and we serve a lot of children. Probably about a third of the people we serve are kids.
I know that we don't, and we will not mention names, but can you give us a story? Can you tell us a story about some of the folks that have come through your doors that have received help?
Oh wow, there's so many stories. You know, there's one story that I remember though from years ago. And it was a client who was staying in our shelter, and she ran into the shelter one day, and she was in the hallway, and she said, "I got a job." And she was so excited, and that struck me, and it has always stayed with me, because I know so many people think what we do is sad, and yes, there is definitely a sad element to it, but there's also a lot of great things happening in our shelter and in the communities we serve. There are people who are starting new lives, and the Day of Giving helps them do that.
Absolutely. You've also got a resale shop. Tell us about that.
Yeah, the resale store we opened a couple years ago, and it's been great. We have so many people in the community that are donating to us. We have wonderful items at really good prices, and the money that we make can go back into our programming, but we also provide our clients gift cards so that they can go and they can shop for whatever they need. They get it for free, and that way if they're establishing a new household or they just need some new clothes for themselves and their kids, they can go and get that.
Do they receive counseling when some of the folks that come into your facility?
Oh yes, we have counseling. We have wonderful counselors. We have legal advocacy and other types of advocacy so that we can work with each client and determine what their needs really are and help them create a plan to move forward.
Sure, and this is something that obviously takes time, which is why you need to provide a place for them to stay. And the shelter is open not only in Corpus Christi, you mentioned the other cities, Alice, Beeville,
Kingsville, and Sinton. Yes, we have offices out there.
Now, these are offices, and so if someone comes in through their doors there, are they provided shelter in that community, or do you take them to different communities?
We can bring them into Corpus to the shelter here, but they can get all the other services we provide in their community. So if they want counseling for themselves and their kids, they can get that right there in Kingsville or Sinton or wherever they're located.
Absolutely, and again, we stress it's not just for women. This is women, men, and children.
Yes.
And what we're trying to do is stop violence in the home. And I want to talk a little bit about the $1.6 million in matching funds that are going to be available to the 63 agencies participating. It's just so amazing because it's dollar for dollar match. Last year, you guys received how much?
Oh my goodness, I think we got just over $100,000 last year. So it's grown a little bit every year, and and it's fantastic. It's a huge help to us and has become one of our main fundraisers.
My goodness, I mean that's just amazing how folks from the coastal bend turn out, not just on that day, but they start giving the day when the website opens, which is tomorrow. You can start tomorrow if you'd like to donate. And then they do it again on the actual day of giving, which is the 4th of November. So we've got all our information on our website. If you want to learn more about the Purple Door, where do we go?
You go to purpledoortx.org and get all the information you need.
Very good. And of course, we put up the QR code up there for more information. Day of Giving, early Day of Giving begins tomorrow, Monday, the 27th. On the actual day, it's November 4th. It's a wonderful way to help out so many different organizations here in South Texas. So, Francis, thank you so much for sharing some information that folks can take into their hearts and then decide how they're going to donate. We certainly hope they donate and beat last year's numbers of $100,000. So,
well, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. We'll be right back with more Domingo Live. Más información, más música, and folklorico dancing coming up. We'll be right back.